Hi, welcome to interpersonal communication. So this video is just going to give you a sort of rundown on how the class is organized and where to find things. So hopefully that will help you move through the class over the quarter. Please don't ever hesitate to ask me any questions if this video doesn't answer them. So to begin with, when you log in and you come to our course, and you'll get there by going to courses, and then you'll see our course up here and you'll click on it. This is what it should look like. So you'll see 4 items along the side here. The first is home, the second is modules, the third is grades, and then finally personal counseling. So I'll go over those 4 items with you now. So the home page will change every week and will tell you what we're studying that week, what you need to read for the week, and what needs to be turned in that week. At the bottom of every page, you'll see this questions title, and then underneath that there'll be a course question board. If you click that link, this will bring you to a place where you can ask questions that the whole class will see. And this is a really great tool if you're ever confused, because sometimes I can't answer the question right away, but a classmate can. It's also a really good way to build consensus. So if you're having trouble with a particular item in the class and you say, hey, I can't get into this assignment, and another classmate sees that, then you will know, and they say, yeah, I can't get into it either, then you'll know that it's not just you. And then I'll know that it's not just you, and then we can work on solving the problem. So this is a really great place to come if you've got questions about anything in the class, because again, I might not be able to answer the question right away, but a classmate may be able to. So that'll be a fast way to build consensus or get an answer. So that will be at the bottom of every home page. And like I said, this page will change every week to reflect what is going on in the current week. Modules is the meat and potatoes of the class. So I organize according to week. So the first week is up here and the second week is here. Like I mentioned in my note to you yesterday, you'll only ever have access to 2 weeks at a time. And that's because I want you to stay current in the content that's going on that week. So each week you can click this little triangle to open and close the week. It will start with an orientation page, which is that same home page. So it should look the same as the home page. But if you're working a week ahead and you want to see what's going on that week, you can go to that week. And then you'll have the assignments that are due that week. So we'll go through each of these on a week-by-week basis when I do a video to orient you to each given week. But the assignments generally look the same. You'll have contributions to the wiki, discussion boards, vlogs, and then the learning curve content. And you know that these are assignments because they're tabbed in. And then you can also see the due dates for them here and the point value. If you go to your grades, you'll see these same assignments listed. And as they're graded, numbers will be entered in here. So you'll see numbers come up. If it's got this little dash, that means it hasn't been graded yet. So don't worry, the grade's coming, but it hasn't been graded yet. Sometimes you'll see a little volume button with a line through it. That means I've muted the assignment because I'm working on it, and the grade will be released soon. The other thing you might see here are little icons. Sometimes people say they look like cakes, or they're little green boxes. That's something you want to click on because that will show you the rubric that's been used to grade the assignment and also any comments I had on the assignment. A really important feature to consider in here is that you can sort of test to see what your grades will be. So, you know, if you want to know what would happen to your grade if you got 10 on that assignment and 15 on this assignment, you'll see that reflected up here in the corner. So it's not your actual grade because you're guessing, right? But it is a way to kind of consider what might happen to your grade over the course of the quarter. Then the next and final item on this menu is personal counseling. And this is just a link to the Green River webpage related to counseling, which loaded very strangely, but there it is. And the reason this link is here is because in an interpersonal communication class, I'm going to be asking you to think about and work on and consider a lot related to your relationships and the relationships you've had in your life, both past, present, and future. And that can cause people to feel things because our relationships are important and we have feelings. So if you are feeling really burdened by the process of going through that, I really encourage you to consider seeing the counselors or even just talking to them on the phone if you're somewhere that's remote and far away. It's part of what you're paying for with your tuition. So it's a resource you can use, especially if the content of this class starts to feel really overwhelming in terms of your personal life and your relationships. So those are the tabs that are over here. I want to mention a couple other things about how the course is organized. Canvas shows you this running list of things to do and things that are coming up. I think this gets really overwhelming. And so I would encourage you not to worry too much about the content that's showing up over here. Use the calendar I sent you and check things off. There's little boxes there for you to do that. Use this list to confirm that you've completed things. And if these work for you, go for it. But if not, if you look at that and feel stressed, don't use it, right? Use the paper calendar or use the homepage to know that you're working through the things you need to complete. And then one final note is this calendar up here will show your assignments for the class. You'll see them in here. However, I don't think it's the best tool because sometimes things don't show correctly. Sometimes there are multiple dates for things that I can't show. So for example, the week 1 discussion, yes, there's a due date on Thursday, but there's also a due date on Sunday for your replies, and I can't have Canvas reflect that. So I, again, don't think this is the strongest tool for understanding what's going on in class. I think the best ways are to use this homepage and to also use the paper calendar I've sent you. So hopefully that gives you a sense of how things are organized in class. As always, please don't hesitate to let me know if you have any questions. I'm happy to answer them. And let me know how things go. We'll be in touch. Thanks.